So I finally got the Moondrop Aria 2. Shout out to Hi-Fi Go for sending me that. I never really got to try out the first Moondrop Aria, which absolutely took the audiophile world by storm by offering fantastic sound at a price point that at that time didn't have very good offerings. And the Aria 2 follows in his footsteps, except it's a little more refined. First up, I have to say, this is the nozzle diameter if you're interested in ergonomics, and in the ear, for my ear, the shell felt absolutely fine, so I have no complaints. The Aria 1, I remember in a lot of forums there was a paint chipping problem, especially I think in humid environments. I'm not entirely sure, but this one, while it might be using some kind of silver paint, does not seem like it's going to have that issue. It feels very solidly built and definitely punches above its price point in terms of build quality. Even the cable is nice and thick and it's really well finished, and I love this leather case that it comes in. It looks nice, it looks premium. I like it. Heck, it even comes with two different headphone jack options, a 3.5mm and a 4.4mm that you can replace with this cool little 4-pin connector. All of that with this build quality for $89 is frankly incredible. Now in terms of tuning, very similar to the old Aria. You've got a little bit of warmth in the bass and the lower mids, and they seem to have tamed the upper mid / lower treble emphasis that Moondrop usually gives, which is great for me because I don't like that emphasis. It grates on my ears subjectively, but there are people who like it. This one is more neutrally tuned, is more relaxed in its tuning, and I for one am quite thankful for that. The flip side to it is the Aria 2 is okay. It is fine. There's nothing to say about it. It's not particularly phenomenal at this price point in terms of detail and resolution. It doesn't punch well above its weight in that category. It's not tuned to do any one thing interestingly. It just does okay. There's nothing wrong with it, but if it's $89, I'm going to compare it with things like the Truthia Hexa. I'm going to compare it with the Olina SE, a personal favorite of mine, and the SimGod offerings, and compared to them, I'll have to say, technicalities wise, the Aria 2 is merely okay. The Hexa is better at detail and layering, and soundstage for that matter. The Olina SE does all those things better as well with a single dynamic driver. It's a beautiful IEM. Go check it out if you haven't done already. And all of those things are roughly at this price point. So I'm sat here thinking, would anything make me choose the Aria over those other options? And I for one can't think of a reason. It's not bad. It is a good IEM that is well built and feels great in the hand and in the ear and sounds good. It sounds great. But there are other things in the market that sound better and feel just as good. So I think the Aria 2 is fine, but I think the industry's moved on and the Aria 2 hasn't really brought anything to the table that's really exciting. And that's it. Honestly, no BS, straight to the point. That's what it is. I've reviewed a couple of other things recently that you might have missed, so I'm going to leave them over here for you to check out, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay happy, stay peaceful, stay colorful. Namaste.